Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the New Age Geeks channel. My name is Cece, and tonight is our show Queer and Present Danger, a high fantasy homebrew D&D campaign with an all LGBTQ plus cast. By the way, here on the New Age Geeks channel, we aim to create an all-inclusive space and make everybody feel welcome at our table. And just so you guys know, the New Age Geeks includes more than just us up here on the screen. It relies on all of you wonderful geeks and your participation in the community that we are building together. If you want to become one of the New Age Geeks, surprise, you can. Just make sure to subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels and join our Discord. And all of those spots you will find moderated chats, emotes by one of our favorite geeks, Sarah.
Yes.
Hello, Sarah. We love you. And chat rooms with the cast and other members of our growing community. Another thing is the best way to help us out with the algorithm is engagement. So we would greatly appreciate if you would watch the video all the way through, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to let these other platforms know to share us with everyone else. Beyond that, we have posts going up on Twitter, on Instagram, and TikTok, so if you are on those platforms, make sure to give us a follow for more geeky goodness.
If you are already paying for Amazon Prime, you get Twitch Prime absolutely free. Most of you knew that already. But if you didn't, Twitch Prime scores you a free 1 month. Let's try that again.
Interesting.
Twitch Prime scores you a free 1 month subscription to the channel of your choosing. Every month you will need to go in and resubscribe to that channel or a new one, but it's a small price to pay to not have to pay a price at all. So use that on us or your favorite creators. And if you're willing to help us out in a financial way, we have a tip feature here on Twitch using PayPal for safe, secure one-time donations. You're invited to use the bits in the Twitch chat. We also have a merch shop for hoodies and goodies and stickers and cups and leggings and a whole bunch of other amazing things. And a Patreon for those who wish to donate to our cause and get a little something back. Lastly, if you wish to become a sponsor for a small portion of the show, a large portion of the show, the whole show, reach out to us directly via our Instagram page and we can begin those discussions.
And one last thing before we get started here, guys. If you enjoy the music that we have going on here on the New Age Geeks channel, we highly recommend checking out the SonCraft bot. The SonCraft bot allows you to play open source, community selected music and soundscapes directly from your Discord server. With just a few clicks, it's that easy. Whether you're playing with friends or streaming on Twitch, you can use the audio stress-free with their pro level subscription. You get their playlist builder, shareable playlist codes, and access to over 40 music genres and over 20 soundscape types. Global genre collections and 2 premium Discord servers are included, all for just $10 a month. But using our referral link or our code NAG, N-A-G, will get you $2 off your subscription for the first 3 months. All you need to do to get started is invite the SonCraft bot of your choosing to your server, then just hit play and let SonCraft take care of their. So without further ado, welcome
Adieu.
back to Queer and Present Danger. Last session, after a portion of our party had their fun at the fall festival, running around, getting into a little bit of hijinks. They met back up at the inn and were greeted and went to go greet one of their missing party members, Ashira. Upon meeting them, you come to find that they had acquired a number of items, all contained within a bag of holding. And after sorting through it and divvying it up, you all decided to go to the library. But not before one of the guards from the castle named Felicity informed you that they were unable to locate Rory and would come back once they have found them. You guys decided to make your way to the library, sneaking in and coming to find the place in a little bit of a mess. Broken glass on the floor, along with signs of an obvious renovation. And while investigating, you guys came upon a mirror, which allowed you guys to speak with the supposed person named D. And
Supposed?
Anyways, you talk to D and have managed to persuade him into meeting in the morning. We ended off last session as you guys were headed back to the inn, and you have all gotten a long rest.
Oh, yeah.
Can I ask, because Bloom got the book called The Castigation and the Cleansing, I know she probably wouldn't be able to read the entire book and get a long rest at the same time, but if she were to skim through it, would there be anything that would stick out to her that she would want to read more in depth? And, like, is there anything that we don't know that might have, I guess, should I do an investigation check or
Yeah, I would say make an investigation check.
okay. Actually, I have to open this character sheet now. Oop, okay. That's a 6.
Just skimming through the first part of the book, part of the castigation involved a god named Panuro, and basically him eventually being banished for some sort of cacophony that he had planned. There's just skimming through it, you know that during the cleansing, there was a massive genocide, and it took a while for this to end. But that's all you're able really to get from skimming.
All right. Well, we'll just chalk it up to her being a little girl and looking for all the pictures. But I have to give it back today, don't I? He said I could take it for a day, huh? Well, I guess if we do decide to go back to the library, maybe I could bring it with me and try to get a little bit of extra time, maybe like during breakfast and while we're all getting ready for the day. I'll try to sneak in a couple more pages here and there.
I'll say if you were looking for pictures, there are a few in there. The one that would probably stand out the most to you would be a picture of a very tall, muscular man wearing silver-plated armor with a religious symbol on his chest, and he seems to be depicted as having both horns that stretch back over his head and these wings that are sort of decrepit. Like, not all the feathers are there.
Okay. Gotcha. Then I'm just gonna take the book. I'm gonna go downstairs to get some breakfast and read a little bit more and look at the photo of the creepy man. And so Yeah, you'll just see Bloom in like a little booth with the book open on that page.
Gotcha. Toby and Ashira? Anything you wanted to do before breakfast?
I don't really think Ashira has too much prep. I think she just gets ready, spends a little bit of time like in prayer, and just heads down to find everyone.
So, I've prepared my spells for the day. I've gathered up my books in my satchel, and I got my little stuffed turtle. I'm gonna run back and check. Did I get everything? Did I get everything? Did I get everything? And then I'll start searching through my, like, digging everything out of my bag and going through it all again, put it all back.
Just the
And then-
flask of endless coffee is missing. It's crazy.
And I'll just. No, it's not. I legitimately just checked. And then I'll pull out a small little wooden figure, and okay, good, and I'll put it back in my pack, and I'll lock it up. And okay, and I'll run down to meet everybody.
All right. And Talia, anything you're doing to prep for the day?
Just dusting the previous day out of the clothes that I packed and just take a deep breath, get myself together, be like, yeah, we're doing this. This is not what I expected, but this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. We got this. And then I walk downstairs.
Alrighty. You all sit down at the table as one of the servers walks over to you. A blue-skinned tiefling with very tall horns walks over to you guys. Hey guys, good morning. What can I get started for you?
Again,
Okay,
please.
you got it.
Thank you.
2 eggs, side of fruit, and whatever potato that you may have on hand.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We have potatoes.
Yes, we do.
Some of those too, please.
Okay.
Chicken and potatoes sounds good to me too. I think I'll have some chicken and potatoes. Could I also have some tea? Do you have tea?
Yeah, of course. What kind would you like?
What? Do you have any that isn't green?
Well, of course, we have black tea, we have different fruits, we have some hibiscus tea.
What's wrong with green?
I don't like green things. Well, okay, you're green. I like you, Toby. But I don't like to eat green things, and I think that's a good thing. I don't want to eat you, Toby. You're my
Okay.
friend.
She turns to look at you, Ashira.
Shira, I'm just like trying so hard to just like not burst out laughing at the table right now because they're adorable. I'll just have some fresh fruit and some coffee. Thank you.
Absolutely. I'll be right back with that. And she heads off to start prepping your order.
Guys, look. There's a picture of a really creepy guy in this book. He has wings and horns, but he doesn't look very good.
Wow. That's
His wings,
cool.
His wings look kind of icky. I don't think he's taking care of them.
Would any of us recognize that? Like the religion check?
Yeah, I would say make a religion check. Or history.
May I make a history check?
Sure.
Thank you. $21.
It's gonna be a nat 1 for a total of 4.
Yeah. High roller.
We
Real
also got a
distracted.
nat 1.
Nat 1, total of 5. Yeah, real distracted.
Haven't eaten yet.
Mm-hmm.
Toby, you would recognize that this man is known as Alucci. And he was a cleric of the god. Is it god or goddess? Give me a second.
So that's
Of the
a cleric.
goddess Kalamos, who is the goddess of death and the underworld. He was one of the main leaders in the during the cleansing. He was known to take advantage of the fact that people were angry, and more specifically angry at the gods, and would take people, like, convince them to join his side, and basically trying to lessen the people's faith in the gods.
I relay all of that.
Oh, that seems a little backwards to try and lessen people's faith in the gods if you're a cleric.
Well, maybe if he lessens the faith in those gods, he strengthens the faith of that god.
Would I have heard about these gods in my studies, secluded as I was?
I would say that you have a general knowledge of the gods, at least, like, probably the most popular or common ones. I don't think that Kalamos was a name that was mentioned a lot in where you're from.
That's really interesting. That's not a story that I've heard before. I'd be very interested to learn more.
And as you guys are discussing, the server walks back over and she goes, "Oh, by the way, I forgot to hand you this. I believe your friend left this here this morning." And you see her slide over an envelope.
Well, open it.
Well,
Who's it from? What's it say?
I'll open it and see if I can read it.
Okay. I will read this letter out loud. The letter says, "Dear companions, I penned this letter with conflict in my heart. I've received a vision from Asterisk that I cannot ignore, and I must warn my family and the people of my home. It is with a sense of duty that I must now heed a call beyond our current quest. I am filled with both gratitude and sorrow, as our journey together has only just begun. In our brief time together, you have all shown bravery, kindness, and open minds that have helped change me for the better. Each of you is a beacon of light in this realm. May Asterisk bless you." Signed, Iraul.
So glad they're okay.
I was getting really worried they hadn't shown up. I thought that something bad had happened.
It must... Losing my voice. It must be important if both of our gods are reaching out about what's going on.
Well, it's very important, and Rawu is doing good work. So I'm sad that they're not with us anymore, but I'm proud to be their friend.
Can we manage this, the four of us? Can we do this? We got this?
No, it's 5 of us.
Oh yeah, we have Whisper.
Wither.
Wither. The doll.
He is very quiet.
That's why I forget she's there. She doesn't say anything, and except for to you, and like out of sight, out of mind.
She prefers to listen. She's a very good listener.
I can tell.
I have faith that the 5 of us can do this.
Yeah, and if not, maybe we can get Dee to help us.
When are we supposed to meet up with him?
Noon? Tomorrow morning is what I wrote down.
Yeah, it was just a general sometime. But the server comes back out with all of your food and drinks.
Do any of you have anything you want to look for in the book before we have to take it back?
I wanted to remember something. Can you skip to the end?
Okay.
Who's the people who stopped them last time?
I don't know. It just says that this guy got banished. I'm just gonna skip to the section where it talks about Pinero being banished.
Yeah, so just for a point of reference, the castigation did happen before the cleansing. So yeah, Pinero was planning to disrupt, cause chaos in both the mortal and divine realm, and the gods are the ones that banished him to the dream realm. So that was the end of the castigation. And then at the end of the cleansing, it was a combination of both gods and mortals that helped kill Alucci and any of his followers that couldn't be persuaded.
Okay, then I'll
Did it
skip
say-
forward a few pages.
Did they say which gods? Or just the gods?
Right now, it's just referenced as the gods.
I don't know. I figured if we have a cleric on our side and we, hey buddy, help us out. But I don't know.
It's not that simple, Toby. It's hard to explain.
Just give him
Well-
a ring.
What?
Just give him a ring. Just kidding.
I don't have any jewelry.
I don't think that kind of ring.
Okay.
We don't have that saying down by the ocean.
No. Anyway,
Communication
I
ring?
what? Communication. Communication, and I just start writing down in my notes.
Okay.
Drawing with diagrams and writing things down.
Man, dig into my breakfast now.
All right.
Also, I will occasionally be pulling out a small little bottle of as sneakily as a 12-year-old can.
If you want to try and roll stealth.
No, it's gonna be like
All right. You all finish up your breakfast and your beverages. The table gets cleared, and now it's up to you where you go next.
and now the time has come.
Okay, going to meet D.
And
We're gonna go meet D. The D.
I should have
The
picked a
D!
different fucking
And,
letter.
there are 25 other ones that would have been perfectly fine.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
You see this vein in my forehead?
We love you, Cece.
We have time. We could make a couple more.
Anyway,
not small, everybody does.
yeah, how much do you guys like your characters?
So anyway, we're gonna go see our friend at the library. Or
Okay. You enter out onto the street. Granted, it's probably about 9 a.m. at this time, so there's a ton of people just beginning to start their day, making haste towards either their jobs or wherever else they need to be. And you guys come upon the library.
there goes the baker with his tray like always. Sorry,
That was perfect.
I was trying really hard not to, and I failed. I'm sorry. Confidently strolling up to the library and just knocking on the door.
The door opens. Just creak.
Someone else can go first.
Okay. I'll go first. Book!
Okay.
Follow behind.
Well, does she get eaten by a monster?
Nothing
the
happens
library?
as she walks in.
Oh, okay. I don't know. The door opened by itself. It's spooky.
We talked to a mirror last time. So,
No, we talked to a person who went through a mirror and was using a sending stone gem on the mirror to talk to us. Then it's magic. That's different.
still
Monsters
talk
are
to the mirror,
scary.
Toby. You're still talking to it.
I guess.
Children,
Yes.
why are we arguing about a mirror that we're gonna go talk to again?
No,
Oh,
D's gonna be
no,
here in
he's a
person.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Yeah, look around as we walk in. Is there a person standing in here?
As it's sort of dim in the library at the moment, but as you all walk in, the door calmly shuts behind you all, and then a few of the lanterns that were hanging up begin to light up. As you see a gentleman sort of waving his hand around to turn them on. And he turns around to greet you guys. And what you can see is sort of this tall, toned man with slicked back, sort of mid-length hair. You can see he's dressed in kind of a semi-formal, semi-casual sort of way.
So like button-down shirt, jeans, and Chelsea boots.
Business cash.
Business casual, whatever the D&D equivalent of business casual is.
Oh my god. Like
And the voice comes.
the voice of God. Oh my goodness.
Nobody can hear that. Just us.
I'm
Yeah.
God here. Anyways,
True.
he wears like this dark brown sort of vest over a white button-down shirt with sort of darker brown trousers, and you can see he has a couple books in his arms as he turns to greet you. Hello, welcome in.
It's nice to see you in person this time.
Yes, I'm afraid I was away just doing some business, picking up some more books to add to the collection, so please come in, take a seat. Whatever you would like to discuss, feel free to ask. And he sort of waves his arm, and you can see a bunch of like dust and those giant like canvas cloths sort of flip off of a very simple like couch. There's a few nicer chairs, and then there's one chair that's this like sage green with gold embellishments with an E carved into the top of it.
So I'm gonna just sit right on one of the chairs or pillows or whatever is low enough that Toby and his little legs can sit on. Just prop open my book and go, okay, so what is your name? What is your race? What is your age? What is just spouting off questions that have very little relevance to anything going on other than the mystery of who is D.
Well, somebody had some coffee this morning, didn't you?
Some? You mean all?
The bottle's actually endless, but so all is not possible. But no, I did not.
It's okay, my son likes coffee too.
You have a son.
Yes, I do.
What's your son's
His-
name?
I bet it's E.
Is it E? A, B,
It is
C, D, E. Oh.
It's a missed opportunity on your part.
I
That
know.
was a good guess, though.
I'm sorry.
My brothers and sisters and I are all named alphabetically.
Well, that is a very interesting thing. Is that normal for people where you're from to do that?
Yeah.
But no, my son is named Tomlin.
A good letter.
Who's E then?
Assuming you're referring to the chair that was Anessa's chair.
Oh.
Mental note, Anessa is spelled with an E.
Same
I
here.
did not spell it with an E.
I had it with an
Yeah.
I.
I have to go change all my notes now. hmm
The princess of the realm, and we all spelled it wrong. And what is your name?
My name is Dorian.
Dorian. And what happened to the other mirror?
I'm afraid I don't know. I was informed that it was possibly a result of breaking and entering, maybe an attempted robbery, but it seems like none of the books went missing.
So they broke in just to break a mirror?
I don't know. I
Was that
wasn't here when it happened.
was that mirror special too?
Yes, it was.
Can I do an investigation check to see if there's like you said before it was like dusty in here, right? Could I see if there's like any places on the shelves where there's like no dust and there might be like a book missing or something?
Yeah, feel free to make an investigation check.
Okay. Maybe this one will be better than a 6. Oh, 18.
To your surprise, there are no books missing.
All right.
So, I don't know, people like to break into places late at night and apparently do whatever they please. So,
Who's Tomlin's mom?
Tomlin's mom?
Or the person who hatched Tomlin? I don't know.
No, well, first off, elves aren't hatched.
No, we are not.
No.
I wasn't hatched either.
What?
Uh,
So how do you make elves?
Dude,
Well,
let's
first
explain it
Tomlin's
later.
mom. Who's Tomlin's mom?
Unfortunately, we do not know, for we adopted Tomlin.
Who's we?
Oh.
You said
My-
we.
Yeah, my husband and I adopted him.
Oh, what's
Who's
your husband's name?
I'm sorry, is this information relevant?
Yes.
Yes.
I apologize for the children in our group. The decorum
They're
hasn't developed yet.
curious little buggers, aren't they?
I am a turtle, not a bug.
Yes, you are.
I understand.
So who's your husband?
What's his name?
His name is Leland.
Lee Land.
Dorian,
Cece's
Leland, and
just-
Tomlin. You like land.
Dorian,
I mean,
Leland,
I'm
Tomlin.
afraid of the ocean, so yes, I do like land.
Oh.
It's understandable.
No, it's not.
Maybe for you.
Mm-hmm.
My ancestors used to be named Leafland, so I understand the land thing there. It's okay. Just everybody has different names. Anyways, we're here to get information about the princess.
Yes.
And any enemies that she may have had, any strange people that may have been in her life. We're trying to figure out where she may have ended up.
Yes. So, granted, being in a royalty position, you can acquire many enemies whether you want to or not. So, it's difficult to find a specific person that would want to get rid of the princess, at least in this fashion. But I mean, she was generally well liked by everybody here in Holden. She was kind, she was sweet, she was generous. She always wanted to give back to her community. The only maybe suspicious person, maybe, I mean, Rory's around her constantly, so I wouldn't even question if maybe he had done something, but it's also that thing where it's like they've essentially grown up together, so I'm not for sure why he would do it.
Rory is her advisor, correct?
Yes.
That went missing.
Could
He's missing
we
too?
They were supposed to meet with us and they never did.
could we
What
maybe
was the... Oh no, go ahead. Ask your question. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, could we maybe be looking at it wrong? Maybe someone didn't do it to the princess, but this is of the princess's own making.
You know, I've never really thought about it like that.
Felicity was the one that told us that Rory was missing. Wonder.
That would actually make a lot of sense. You said that Rory and Anessa grew up together, right?
Yeah.
That's a good point. Something we should maybe look at.
I'm gonna get up and run to the bookshelves. And I'm gonna look very specifically for a book.
What book are you looking for?
A romance book where the princess runs away with her advisor.
Give me an investigation check as you wander into the romance section.
Toby's gonna learn where elves come from real fast.
Yeah, he is.
18.
Unfortunately, there are no books with that specific trope, but there's definitely these, you know, generic romance novels of, marriage of convenience, forced marriage, and then there's the not forced marriage. Just regular, natural occurring love stories, if you will.
Yeah, that's the type that I was going for, but nothing where like
Nothing regarding
Prince and the
the
Pauper, like Prince and common woman, princess and common man, the blacksmith, the advisor, the like.
Okay, well, now that you mentioned blacksmith, there's one book regarding a princess and a blacksmith.
I'm just gonna run back with it and just slam it on the table, ground, whatever is in the middle of everybody. I'm just. What if it's her who kidnapped her? She's not actually kidnapped. She just likes holding hands.
That's a possibility. That she chose to run away, yes.
So we know who the princess was supposed to be marrying. So, do you have any books about the wherever the prince was from? Because if
Prince Adam? Yeah, he's from Aramore.
Okay. Can I have a book on the history of Aramore, please? Because if she doesn't want to hold hands with him, then I'm thinking maybe she doesn't want to be at
Let me go take a look and see what I can find. As he sets his books down and wanders off into the library.
While he goes and wanders off, I'm gonna say to everybody else, my mom read that book a couple times.
It looks like a very good book.
That's what she said. She said it was a very good book. I never read it though.
It might be a little too adult, potentially.
I can read at an adult level. I cast magic.
Yep, you do.
I think it makes more sense that she would have run away. How long do we know how we should ask?
Well,
How long did she know Adam?
Well, it makes sense until you think about the things attacking the wedding.
Yeah, but wasn't she trained in magic herself?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, and if they said that they were going to help her get out, she might not have known that they had ulterior motives, maybe?
Hey, Dorian? I thought the princess spent a lot of time here. So, do you know if she seemed excited to marry Prince Adam?
You can hear him sort of wrestling and shouting a few aisles back. Well, I mean, she was kind of excited for it, but because huge party, lots of people, everybody coming together. She didn't talk much about Prince Adam, though.
She could tell you anything, right? She would tell you as she was leaving, right?
I mean, I would like to think so. But again, I've only known her maybe a couple months.
Can I insight check? Is he telling the truth?
Yeah, go for it.
Sorry. I am so species. 16?
What was it?
16?
You can kind of get the sense that he's known of her longer, but this personal relationship between the two of them has he was not lying about that part.
So the princess and the prince have only actually known each other a few months?
I believe so, yes, because frankly the wedding announcement was, we're just like, what? This soon? I mean, we'll do our best to prepare, but and then yeah.
Why do you think they were in a hurry?
Well, he walks over back with one book in his arm. Seems a little extra dusty, but he walks over. He's like, well, I suppose there's been conflict between the two kingdoms for some time, and obviously they thought marriage would solve all their problems. So rather than working it out right away like diplomats, they decided to throw a party.
In the middle of the conversation, I just get up and walk away and go try and aimlessly look at books.
Would you know of any of the places maybe that, besides the library, that the princess liked to go?
I mean, there's a coffee shop down the street that she would stop at before coming here. Otherwise, they mostly kept her in the castle. That's the most that I know.
Do you know where she would go? She wanted to hide?
Oh, she wanted to hide? I mean, not really. Whenever she was stressed, she would go to the gardens that are near the castle. But she was never really the type to hide from her problems.
I have one more question, Mr. Dorian.
Yes.
Now that we're face to face and not face to mirror, can we please know what you were gonna tell her that was so urgent that you sent a note telling her to meet you here at midnight last night? Please?
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Guidance.
Guidance? Really?
Yeah.
Thank God, thank God.
I'm sitting
Okay.
next to you.
Cause that's a 8.
It's a D4.
So that's another 11.
The most that I can tell you was just business. Obviously she was helping fund the renovations for the library, and I also just wanted to check in with her because she had been stressed out recently, just in regards to the wedding.
I'm gonna hop up off my seat again. Try and stealth if I can.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out my stuffed turtle.
Gonna leave it behind as you.
I'll never notice.
They'll never know it's not me.
That's a total of 4 to sneak. As I come up behind, oh fuck, Arilith, what's your
He
character's name?
notices you right
Talia.
away.
Talia. I'm coming up behind Talia to hit her with a stuffed turtle.
Oh.
Just I rolled a 4 total. Like it.
Just don't roll in that one.
I did. I am so mad at. Oh wait, that's the wrong dice. Never mind. Give me a second.
Isn't your perception like a +4 at least?
Yes, my
You
perception
could-
is pretty high. But I rolled a
So-
D12 instead of a D20. Give me a second. There we go. 12, 13, 14, 15.
Yeah, Talia, you can notice a little turtle sneaking up behind you.
Hi, Toby.
Ah, hi.
What are you
Oh.
doing?
I was not going to hit you with a turtle
Mm-hmm.
while you were distracted.
You can hit me with the turtle. It's fine.
Ah, whack.
Thank you, Toby.
1 point of fluffy damage.
I don't think that counts as damage.
No, it was a joke.
It's
Um,
not
Pillow
bludgeoning.
fight damage.
yeah. It's. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It was just. It was a rough conversation, but I'll be okay. I'll come back to the table.
You don't have to
I-
if you're not ready to.
I apologize for being a sad elf.
You're allowed to feel your feelings.
Thank you, Toby. You are a good friend. I'll come back with you to the table, though. Thank you for
Okay.
checking on me.
Did you find anything good in the shells?
I don't know. There's a bunch of pretty colors. I
Eh,
just needed
You're
to
an elf
properly-
in the shelf.
I guess you could say that, yes.
You were looking at the colors, though?
Yeah.
There's a lot of pretty colors in books. I like the pictures, but sometimes when I'm on the boat fishing with my family and we bring books on the boat, they get wet, so they get ruined, and that makes me sad. But I like the books here. They're all very dry, though. Maybe it could use a little more wetness, but not a lot, so that the books get ruined. But like, I think the books and the bindings are really pretty too. I'm talking too much again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, books don't do well on boats. They do better in libraries.
But I like books.
Maybe
And
we
I-
can figure out a way to waterproof a book for you to
Oh
take
yeah,
back
my
to the
spell
boat.
book is waterproof.
Maybe if you can bind it with something that's not leather.
Ooh.
Leather doesn't like salt water.
No, most things don't. But anyway, my spellbook is protected against water and fire because, well, I don't want to talk about that. But like, um, no, they're protected. So maybe we could just do that to all the books in the world, and then it'd be good. They won't get hurt.
That's some pretty expensive spell work, but that's a really good goal, Toby.
Maybe that's what I'll do. Instead of becoming the most powerfulest wizard in the world, I'll just have a really big library of books that can't get ruined.
I'm sure that would be really helpful to a lot of people. And I'm discussing this as I'm slowly walking.
Yeah, no, we'd be walking back to the table, yeah.
Yeah, before you guys arrive back to the table, Dorian sort of looks at you two, Ashira and Bloom. Now, are your friends okay? Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Toby's not. We lost him.
Are we in the right order?
Should be. Just a momentary glitch.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
It's not okay, Dom.
So we just blinks out of existence for 1 second.
Toby, no. Toby just actually learned invisibility. It's fine.
There we go. It's that romance book. It was actually a spell book.
I think.
I'm gonna read all the romance books.
I think our friends will be fine. I think we're still kind of learning about each other. This is still new for most of us.
Oh. Would you say you're like an adventuring party?
Yes.
Yeah, welcome back.
Echoes through the library.
It started at a party.
And it's been an adventure, so.
Yeah. Well, not that there's any rush, but maybe you guys should think of like a group name or something. If you plan on sticking around for a while.
add it to the list to do.
That'd be
course.
something fun to come up with. Yeah, I like that.
Oh my gosh. Sorry,
Yes?
I'm looking. Okay. I was upside down for a second on the stream, and it just happened very
Ah.
suddenly. I apologize. And then I like booped down into Hans, and then I was upside down on top of Hans. So it just startled me. Excuse me. I'm composed now.
Wow.
Yeah,
This is
I
probably
mean,
why
like I
Toby-
said, there's
Somebody needs to write that into a romance book.
The real danger was just ourselves. Okay. I'm gonna get up and start looking for necromancy books because I heard as they were walking back, I heard the word spellbook. It reminded me that I need to go get a new book to check out.
Yes.
okay. So you hand the book you had back.
Unless anyone else wanted to look at it.
Hmm. No, you shared it earlier. I'm okay. Thank you for offering, though.
Well, thank you for returning this. I appreciate it.
Where are the
Important history.
necromancy books?
The necromancy books. Maybe one of the older ones could walk you back. It's tends to be a restricted area.
Hey,
I
Are-
can walk
are you-
back.
Are you gatekeeping?
Dark books, yes.
Rude. My sister says you're not supposed to gatekeep. It's not nice.
I am doing it for the safety of children.
That's what they all say.
You know, there is a difference between being nice and having something be necessary, Toby.
But
Not every younger person is ready to learn the things that you're ready to learn.
that's true. Yarlene never learned magic because she's kind of dumb. But Wendy was the one who said you can't gatekeep magic because other people are just as smart, if not smarter. And stop being mean to me, Toby.
Start creeping backwards with Bloom while Toby's talking about his sisters.
Toby, you seem to be a little bit of a troublemaker.
No. Maybe.
It's okay. I was that way when I was your age too. Wanting to learn.
How long ago was that?
again. Probably 300 years ago?
You're 312?
Yes, I am. Why, Toby? Do you consider that old? No,
Yeah.
yeah.
wow, so you were around for that that double, what was it called? A clippy?
Oh, the eclipse.
Yeah, that. You saw that, huh?
I believe that was 620 some years ago.
Oh, I got the numbers mixed. Just gonna keep walking
My-
back.
My parents were able to watch it, although it was very stressful among everybody. Not exactly a happy situation.
You know what? I just checked my notes, and I wrote down in the same paragraph that the double eclipse happens once every 250 years, and then at the end of the paragraph, double eclipse is every 625 years.
You had me
So
questioning my own lore for a second.
I'm so sorry. I don't
That's
know
okay.
where I got 250. It is corrected.
Right. So, I mean, there should be one in next year, if I'm remembering correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So, I'm hoping that'll be a much less stressful time for everybody.
Not likely.
Okay.
Nothing.
He's gonna roll a quick insight on you. If you want to roll deception, my dear.
Mm-hmm. Deception is one of my best stats. It's a 16.
Cool, he rolled a 15.
Dang.
He just
Good.
kind of squints his eyes at you for a moment.
Just turn it around. Hard to read.
Well, it's a time when magic becomes a little chaotic and a little more. Wouldn't have fun with that, right?
You cut out, Cece.
It's a time where magic is chaotic and a bit more powerful. I mean, who wouldn't want to have fun with that?
Isn't
Yeah.
magic always chaotic?
What'd you say?
Isn't magic always chaotic?
I mean, depends on how well you can control it.
I mean, everything is chaotic.
Yeah.
Like, I know people who can't cast magic, they're pretty chaotic. And then you have me and Bloom, and we're pretty powerful magic people, and we're chaotic. And then you have those dough thingies, and those are chaotic, and those are great. And like,
The dough thing.
The dough rings.
yeah.
Right. I've heard good things about them.
You should. They're good things.
Yeah.
They were
Most
pretty good, actually.
most of life is chaotic. So it just seems they sprinkle on a little extra chaos at time of year, I guess.
Yeah, full moons will do that to you.
Yeah. Trust me, in my time I've seen some crazy shit on full moons.
Well, you've been around for 300 years. Multiply that by 12 with how many months there are for full moons. And then you get a lot of full moons. That's so, yeah. My friend Allegor, he tells stories to the village. He told me a story about the full moons turning people into monsters, like um 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 a werewolf and a werebear and a were-tiger and a were-rat and a were-boar, and there's a lot of were things.
There are,
would-
and not all where beings are bad.
As long as they're aware of what they're doing.
My goodness.
Toby's just gonna do this little dance until you laugh at him.
Well, I'm gonna look at the necromancy books and
Yeah, we skedaddled.
yeah,
Right.
not cue to leave. Do we see? Do any of them stick out at me? Any stand out?
I would say most of them are books that you have seen before. However, most of these are pretty low level and giving into like basically like, hey, don't be a dick if you're gonna raise the dead. Kind of like
Words to live by.
Hashtag don't be a dick if you're gonna raise the dead. Make that a
put that on a
shirt.
shirt, please.
Yeah, like
Where's Hal with
Basically,
the
like-
out of context quotes?
The questions and moralities of necromancy is one of the books.
nah. Call this a restricted section. These are all lame.
But again, a few of them you have seen previously. They are like a few of them are higher level, but knowing you, you've probably read them before.
Are there any that I haven't read before?
Why don't you give me an investigation check? I mean, it's
22.
damn. Give me a goddamn second.
Sorry.
I gotta pull up a document I didn't think I was gonna need.
Shira, like, I just look extremely awkward standing there with you. Like, I don't want to touch any of these books.
At least, you know what? At least the document isn't wasted and you put it all together. So, we get
Yeah.
to use it. Yay.
It's funny because it's a were and a were creature, and it's a play on words. I think you're right. Not all were creatures are bad, but it's funny because I made a joke using the words.
It is a funny joke, and I acknowledge that.
The one book that would stick out to you is called Beyond the Veil: Unveiling the Secrets of Supreme Necromancy.
Supreme necromancy.
It's aggressive.
Okay. I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna go to Ashira and go, okay, I'm done. We can go back now.
Just
Head on back.
clutching a book that's like mangled and patchwork and like
Oh yeah,
should
this
never see
book
the light of day.
like deep black and violet covers with a gem on the front of it, with the title being on the side of it. The pages are very dark. Around the edges, it looks like there might be, like, they look a little weathered around the edges just due to the age of the book. But it's a very expensive looking book, that is for sure.
Hey, Dorian, if I don't bring this back tomorrow, because like I don't know where we're gonna have to go to try to find the princess, but I will definitely bring it back. Is there anything I can leave here with you so that you know that I'll bring it back to you?
Sure. Do you have any item in mind in particular? So that looks like a pretty heavy book. Heavy stuff in there.
I forgot which stuffed animal I got at the fair.
The griffin?
Yeah.
Griffin?
I believe I was the one that ended up with the griffin, right?
Yeah.
Or okay.
The griffin was
Yeah.
was shoved into the bag of holding because it was huge.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to Leah and go, can I please have the griffin that I put in the bag of holding?
Yeah? Question mark?
Hmm.
And I'm just gonna like tentative just like grab and like start. Here?
And grab it, and then I'm just gonna.
Wow. This is. Did you win this?
I did.
Impressive.
Thank you.
All right. Well, if you promise you're going to come back for it.
Hmm.
All right. Is there anything else I can help you guys with before? You have to get on your day?
If you're 300, how old is Tomlin?
We adopted him recently. He is only 8.
You're really old to have an 8-year-old.
Toby, elves age much differently than others do.
We age a lot slower. Well, faster, but then
We have a longer life.
Time works the same.
Because of our
Time moves.
ancestry, we're known to live longer, and thus the timelines of our bodies have changed. So while I could live to be 750 years old, some other people, like humans, might only, if they're lucky, last to 100.
Elves get really old.
I mean, we get old in cycles around the sun, but as
Mhm.
far as physical aging, doesn't really happen after a certain point.
mm-mm. No, we just kind of
This-
look like this for a while.
That's really confusing, and I accept it, but I don't understand it.
And that's okay.
Also, Toby, you mentioned a name earlier. Allegor, you said?
Yeah,
Where are you from?
by the ocean.
There's a lot of places by the ocean.
I'm near oh, what's that town called? Clearin. Do you know Allegor?
Yes, but I haven't seen him in a very long time.
How do you know Allegor?
Well, in my old age, if you will, I've traveled a lot.
Mhm.
I've traveled almost all over Gillimore. I've been to Shadowfen a couple of times. Um, Still working to get to a few other places, but I'd stay in a town for maybe a couple months. I'd get to know the people there, and then move on to the next town.
Oh, well, Allegor is great. He's told me all sorts of stories, and he's why I became a wizard, because he told me a story about a wizard. And he actually gave me this little figure. I'm going to pull out the wooden figure I mentioned earlier, and it's the world turtle. Because that little turtle on top is me, and the turtle that it's standing on is the country, continent, and then the turtle that one's standing on is the world, and then that one's standing on the universe, and then that one's standing on the great beyond, and then that one's standing on another turtle that we don't even know about because it's just turtles all the way down. And that's the story that he told me.
It's a wonderful story, for sure.
Your face is a wonderful story.
Thank you.
You're
I
welcome. I'm gonna put the thing back in my pack.
Well, again, if you guys need any help, please feel free to reach out. Um, you know what?
Have you read all of the books in your library? What about the books that aren't in your library?
25 words is too many.
20
Perfect.
questions at 4 a.m.
On a Tuesday night.
unending coffee.
But yes, if you have anything else you need, please feel free to reach out. I will do my best to help you all.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
Thanks.
As you all begin to exit the library, the lights sort of dim back down as you guys exit. And you are back out onto the street. And
Now where do we go?
It's daytime, right?
Yep.
I think, was it Felicity was gonna try and find Rory? Was that who the messenger was that came?
Yes, she was the messenger.
Felicity told us that Rory's missing, but Dorian said that Anessa, not Anessa, but Anessa with an E, goes to the garden sometimes. Do we want to look there?
It's a spot to start.
Alright. Assuming you all head to the gardens, you begin to walk through the crowded streets of Holden for a little while before you get to this very ornate gate just outside of the gardens. And the doors swing open. The guards in front open the doors for you all as you begin to waltz in. And this is where we're going to take a quick break. So we will be back shortly,
Right.
everybody. Oh, welcome back, our lovely viewers. We are picking up right where we left off, as the crew has just entered the Royal Garden. So as you all step through the very intricately woven iron gates, you find yourself enveloped in a serenity of the Royal Garden. The air is perfumed with the sweet fragrance of blooming flowers, and the gentle melody of birdsong fills the atmosphere. This garden is a vast expanse of carefully manicured greenery, bordered by the tall hedges trimmed into elegant shapes that depict mythical creatures and symbols of the realm. A meandering cobblestone path, adorned with creeping vines and delicate petals, guides you through the heart of this garden. Towering ancient trees, their branches forming a natural canopy overhead, casting dappled shadows on the ground. Each tree bears a small plaque commemorating a significant event or person in the kingdom's history, providing a living archive of the royal lineage. To your left, you'll see a sun-dappled clearing. It hosts a mesmerizing display of vibrant flowers arranged in intricate patterns, the colors carefully selected to represent the heraldry of the ruling house. The blossoms seem to sway in response to an unseen rhythm, creating an ethereal dance that captivates anyone who gazes on it. On the right, a tranquil pond reflects the light blue sky above, with lily pads and delicate blooms float on the water's surface, with little koi fish swimming lazily beneath. At the center of the pond, a marble fountain depicts a regal figure, water cascading from their outstretched hands into the pool below. The fountain serves as a symbol of prosperity and the enduring strength of the kingdom. Amongst the garden, you can see stone benches adorned with plush cushions in the royal colors, that of sage green. And they are strategically placed throughout the garden, inviting visitors to linger and enjoy the peaceful. Potted plants, some magical in nature, add bursts of color and contribute to the garden's enchanting aura. At the far end of the garden, a grand gazebo stands, its intricate design housing a royal tea set and a collection of exotic plants from distant lands. The gazebo offers a shaded retreat for the royal family to conduct meetings or simply enjoy the beauty of their private sanctuary. And as you begin to explore, you notice the diligent work of gardeners attending to the flora, ensuring that the royal garden remains a testament to both natural beauty and the kingdom's prosperity. The symphony of nature and the artistry of the garden evoke a sense of tranquility, making it a cherished haven with bustling capital. Or just bustling city.
Look at all the colors, Talia.
It's beautiful. Very. Reminds me of home.
Where's home? Well, ask her in a minute. Look at the pot. It's so pretty.
Quite a ways away. But yeah.
Do you miss it?
Some of it. Not all of it.
You miss the colors, I guess.
Yeah. I guess. But there's really pretty colors here. It's a beautiful place. So I'm glad for the reprieve.
Yeah. Bloom's not gonna like it because there's a lot of green.
Oh my gosh, are we still talking about this, Toby? I'm sorry.
You said you don't like green.
I don't like eating green things. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, don't eat meat, but like... green's a good color.
It's a very good color, just not in my tummy.
I guess I don't
The koi
think...
fish aren't green. You'll like them.
I do like fish. I don't think I've tried a koi though.
You're not supposed to eat them though. You're supposed to let them get really old because they get big. They get so big. I saw a koi fish that was big enough to eat me, but like I was in the boat, so it didn't. But like they get big.
I don't think we've asked Bloom either. Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from very far away. I'm near, it looks like
You're from the same place.
looks like a big volcano.
Big volcano? You're from a volcano?
It looks like one. It's, looking for the map now. I think I know the name, but I really don't want to get it wrong. So that's where I'm at. I think it's Shadowfen, but I don't want to say the wrong. Oh my gosh, where is it?
Cece, you're muted if you're talking to us.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So, Shadowfen was the name of the continent.
Crud. I'm narrowing it down. I know it's. I'm scrolling so far up.
Notes. They're great until you have too many.
I know. Ugh. And you know what the funny thing is I was thinking to myself, man, if someone asks me where I'm from, I'm gonna have to find that map. Don't worry, it won't happen this session. Like, I literally had this conversation with myself. I was like, just watch, you're gonna need it this session. You're gonna need it. And
I'm here for you.
Thank you. Oh.
Homebrew worlds are great, you guys. It's fantastic.
They're
You know,
amazing, guys.
it's
They're my favorite.
Oh, I can't zoom in. Are you kidding? Oh, so tiny.
I'm so sorry.
I'm really sorry. I feel really
No.
bad.
You're
Don't
good.
feel bad.
Don't feel bad.
I mean,
This is
I
great.
caused this.
Wow.
Okay.
Thanks, Hans.
You're welcome.
Okay. Ghoul Crest.
Anything you say shows you guys how well we have our shit together.
It's Ghoul Crest.
Cool, Chris.
Ghoulcrest. Do we know anything about Ghoulcrest all the way over here?
I don't.
Not likely.
I know nothing.
Mm.
Land is weird.
That's true.
So
Saving the
it's not only a dry place, but it's a dry place where the ground is fire. It's not likely the sea people know much about it.
I don't think it'd be a good idea for me to go there.
I wouldn't.
And I think we maybe sort of touched on the subject, but your parents were fine with you traveling all that way alone? I mean, you do have Wither, of course.
Well, they aren't really here anymore.
Oh yeah, you said they disappeared, or they left, or they vanished, or they died, or they're not here anymore. And part of why you're learning necromancy is to get them back.
Learning it before, but I'm like 99.9999999% sure they're dead. I didn't see it happen, but Mom told me to run away, and they both did not look good. So, I don't think dads live very long without their head on their shoulders. So
Most people don't.
yeah.
There was this weird bird thing that I saw once. It was like a fire type bird thing, and all its limbs popped off, and its head popped off, and its feet popped off, and just the parts wiggled around, and then it came back together. It was a lot of them, and they were singing and dancing, but that may have been a dream.
Maybe that's what happened.
Points if you get the reference.
I do.
Well, we have to help you get them back then.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make them both proud.
Yeah. Yeah. High five. Yeah. And that gazebo, I'm wondering if there's like a secret note carved into the wood, or like under the bench, or like in the roof of it, and like maybe it's like Rory's note to Inessa saying, "Meet me here after dark," blah 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 blah, blah, and we'll hold hands. Blah, blah.
Did you read that book, Toby?
No, I'm just guessing based on what my mom told me about it. She said it was like this blacksmith guy and the princess who hold hands a lot, and like she sneaks out of the castle to meet him, but like he's the castle blacksmith, so he keeps leaving her notes in the packages he drops off for all the soldiers. And it's yeah.
I guess if I were a
Oh.
princess, I'd want to be in the gazebo. It's very pretty.
We could start there.
It's relaxing to be in nature.
Yeah. Yeah. The city's a lot. I don't know if I like it.
Well, you're not used to the city, right? You're used to being on the sea.
Yeah, my family is pretty much the only family in the little village. Like, there's a couple others. There's like 2 or 3 families, but that's about it.
You have large families, though?
I'm kinda. Most of my family, like, my parents are still there. Some of my brothers and sisters, but the first 2 batches of kids left. I'm in the third batch. And like, my friends Darby and Janine are also 2 different families from the little village. But like, that's kind of it. It's like their families and my families and Allegor, he's like really old, and that's kind of it. Because like, we're not in Clearin, we're outside of it. So yeah.
So, you all begin to make your way up to this gazebo. Very polished, very elegant carvings were made into this wood. At the moment, it appears to be empty, as it seems to be the only people in the gardens at the moment seem to be the keeper of said garden.
The gardener.
The gardeners. Yes. Words are hard.
That's why I got you. Here to help.
So,
May I make an investigation check to see if there's any notes or like paper stuck with gum to the underside of a bench or like carved into the wood or something?
yeah, go ahead and roll investigation.
That is a natural 1.
There's been a lot of those tonight.
Yeah, what the heck?
I was hoping that was a 7. It was not. So investigation, that's a 7.
Damn, you have a +6 on investigation.
Yeah, I do. Rainy.
Looking around, it seems to be mostly barren in this gazebo. I guess the only thing you're really able to find would be essentially like a schedule for the day of the wedding.
I'll share that with the others.
Or I guess I said it wrong. It's just more of schedule for the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
It's not restricted to one day.
And the gardens, sorry.
A diary pertaining to the dowry.
What's
This
a
was
dowry?
I'm trying to come up. I'm coming up with more D words.
Can never have too many D words.
Dorian, door, dimension, dowry, diary.
Death.
Good.
Oh.
Question: the gardens are attached to like the castle grounds, right?
Yes.
Kind of taking a look, not maybe like on the sides that are connected to the castle, but the ones that maybe aren't. Does there look like there would be like a good spot to slip in and out unnoticed from the gardens that would maybe be like out of view from like the castle area?
There is, however, this spot would still be visible from just like a handful of windows.
Mm-hmm.
But there does seem to be like a more secluded area of the garden.
I'll go look in the secluded area.
Anything you're looking for in particular?
I think anything that would seem just out of place. Like, just not meant to be in this area of the garden.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, give me investigation.
$14.
With a 14, you can see just a few pieces of like kind of like torn like paper. It's not necessarily like a note, it's more of like a wrapping of some sort, as if it was kind of like a gift wrap. But that's the only thing
Take
that
that.
seems
the
to
blacks.
stand out.
It was the blacksmith. Yeah, I'll just pick it up.
Okay.
And tell the other guys it's the only thing over there was just these bits of paper. So someone opened something.
Bloom? Or Talia? Since you guys are better at talking to people, maybe you want to talk to one of the gardeners?
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to a gardener and say, "Hi, I'm Bloom, and this is Wither."
The first person you walk up to seems to be an older human woman, probably like late 70s or so, with sort of just short, gray hair in sort of waves. They use like this dark green attire with a apron in the front that holds her tools. She turns around and goes, "Oh, hello, Bloom and Wither.
What's your name?
My name is Flora."
Nice to meet you.
Apropos.
I was wondering, when the last time you saw the princess was. We heard she likes to come here.
Well, she certainly does, but at least within the past few weeks or so, she hasn't been here as often.
Why do you think she stopped liking flowers?
I don't think that's quite it. It's just, it might be the stress of the whole wedding that happened, and well, we were informed by the guards that someone was pretending to be the princess. So, depending on how long someone was pretending to be her, they might not have known about her love of flowers. But that's just my educated guess.
So, in the last couple of weeks, she wasn't really coming here much.
No?
Do you know if anything happened a couple weeks ago?
Well,
Anything big?
nothing big, I would say. I mean, the royalty from Aramore only got here about a week ago. But the wedding gifts started arriving a few weeks ago.
Oh. Did she open any of them here? I saw some gift wrap on the floor earlier.
I don't think she opened any of them here, but it's possible that some of the gift wrap got torn off on the gates. Because especially for some of the larger gifts, they tend to use a back entrance.
The back entrance through the garden?
Well, it's not directly next to the garden, but you go past the garden, back around, and then there's sort of like a door where typically some of the like servants and such will bring things in, whether that be like groceries or, like I mentioned earlier, the gifts.
Okay. Do you think the gifts would still be in that spot? I think.
Well, they were either brought up to Anessa's room or another, probably like the ballroom, maybe.
Hey, and the really big gifts. Weird question, but did any of them get like returned, or did any of them leave by chance? Were there any gifts that were given to the prince's family? Maybe some like really big gifts, like maybe gifts that could hold a whole person in it, like a princess-sized person.
I'm not sure about that. Like I that might be like a smart idea if somebody were trying to sneak in and or out, but it's hard to tell because I'm mostly here just tending to the garden.
That's fair. Hmm. Well, thank you. Talia, did you have anything that you wanted to ask the gardener? Flora?
No. Wait. Did she come here with anybody else, or was she always by herself?
Let me. I mean, sometimes she'd come out here with her advisor to get fresh air, or oh, what's his name? Sometimes she would meet with Dorian. That's his name. He's been here a couple of times because I know Anessa was looking into expanding the library.
That was just recently, though, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Rory and Dorian.
Thank you. That's
Yes.
very helpful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Speaking of which, it's time for my lunch. And she wanders off after putting the trowel back in her apron.
Does the schedule for the wedding mention deliveries?
It does.
In
There
what
was-
way?
There is a delivery expected 2 weeks before the wedding. Marked as like gifts.
That's suspicious.
This entire city is suspicious. What are you talking about?
Excuse you. The dough balls are fantastic.
Everything's suspicious but the pastries, thank you.
They're suspiciously fantastic. A little too fantastic, I say.
You insult Toby's color and his pastries? How dare.
I'm
I
gonna
had a
take
thought. It's gone.
walk around the garden and see if I can notice from my more mature eyes anything that might be out of place.
From what you can see, everything else seems to be fine.
What is it, Legolas? What do you see with your elven eyes?
I mean, okay.
But
Let's go
could-
find Felicia.
Felicity?
Felicity.
but
I'm bad with names.
You are really close.
Okay.
I was gonna say Felicity
I mean-
might be the best bet to find out more about Rory.
Maybe we can go in
I
the
keep
secret
one.
entrance this time. You think we could go in the secret entrance?
Secret tunnel.
And go look at the back door.
Let's go in the
We're
back
gonna go
door,
in the
guys.
back door, and we're the surprise package this time.
Mhm. Gonna be a big package, just fit all of us.
Well, I mean, like, we could go in one at a time. We don't all have to go in at once.
We'll take it
They
slow.
said it's the door. We could just walk through the door.
We're gonna go look at the back door.
okay. It's a giant. It's a very large, like 8-foot tall door, wooden door.
You were right. It is a
Double
big
door.
back door.
The DMs quit. That means we won D&D.
No, I had a gremlin scratching at my door. Come here, gremlin. You see a little cat run through the garden.
Oh,
Hi, pretty kitty.
She runs immediately over to Flora and just starts rubbing up against her legs.
Is the back door locked?
It's wide open.
It is currently locked. Do not bite me. You hear Flora say in the background.
Maybe we don't break into the castle.
You said that the door is open. It's not locked.
It is.
No, it's locked.
Oh, I'm gonna check for traps.
Go for it. Roll investigation.
These dice are hard to read. 19.
There are no
Oh, yeah.
traps.
I'm going to try to pick the lock.
Okay. Go ahead.
Guidance.
Great.
Shoulder
Yeah.
pats.
As you just said, maybe we shouldn't break into the castle.
Yeah, honestly. It's fine. Full send. Is it another one?
Non-nat 20.
Oh, nice.
You said like a dirty 20?
Dirty 20.
We're talking about back doors, and you want to call it a dirty 20? Come on now. It's not that.
How much you like Toby again?
It's not me. It's everybody else. I've got backups on backups on backups.
How do you think Ashira will cope? Anyway,
There's a reason I put a 12-year-old in a war situation. Let's go.
with ease, Talia, you were able to pick the lock on this door and begin to open it.
Did we want
You're really
to go
good
in
at
the
opening
door?
the back door.
I can open most doors that we need to get into.
Well, you unlocked the back door of the library, and you unlocked the back door of the castle. So I just think you're good at unlocking the back door.
All right.
Anyway, I walk through the door.
You are immediately stopped by a guard.
Hi, I'm Toby.
And what are you doing back here?
Investigating on behalf of the king and queen.
Well, I'm sure you could have just asked them to bring you back here. You didn't have to break in.
The king and queen are very busy.
Yes.
And we wanted to see how hard it was to get in and out of the castle. If someone took
They
the
also
princess.
said we could go wherever we want and do whatever is necessary to get their daughter back. Are you going to stop us from getting their daughter back?
That's mean.
Roll me intimidation.
Wait, do I get to do the help action because I said
does he get
that's
an
mean?
advantage for helping?
You may want to roll separately because I don't think advantage is going to help.
The little girl in the frilly dress. Yes, I'm definitely going to help a lot with the intimidation.
Oh. Okay. Are you rolling separately or am I rolling at advantage? I feel like I'll roll one. I feel like I'm pretty good Go for
at
it.
intimidating if I need to, right? I mean, I can.
I mean,
Do
if
I
you're helping,
have-
do it. Hell yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I do have thaumaturgy, so maybe I can like
Just to yell it.
make my eyes just turn instead of white. They could just turn black for a second.
Just full black sclera and everything.
Yeah.
Love that.
I'll be like, that's mean, but with like black eyes. That's an 18.
That's mean.
And Toby, what'd you get?
Unnatural 20.
Nice.
Why were we even talking about this? What are you rolling?
I was
or am
hoping you'd
I?
actually get a crit.
Oh, yeah. That would be cool.
Like, I only have a +2 to intimidation, so thought you might have more.
I have 3.
You see
So, yes, you do.
the guard's shoulders stiffen up, looking a little fearsome towards you, Bloom, and Toby. I will inform them that you are here investigating.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah, you do that. Good job.
he
I'm proud of you, big guy. Keep it up.
snaps his fingers, and another guard comes to take his previous position.
Can you make people appear with just snapping your fingers? I don't know that spell yet. I'm saying this to Bloom.
I don't know that one either.
Like, I know a lot of spells. I can't summon people like that.
Just standing by the door, my arms crossed, just like watching all this go down. And then when you all finally walk past the guard, I'm like, here we go. Just follow.
All right. I'm gonna look for more signs of giftage and wrapping paper.
Okay. Go ahead and roll investigation.
I'm just gonna follow a wrapping paper trail.
That's a 10.
Follow the paper trail right through the back door.
Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed tonight.
Wow, that random bolt of lightning that just struck Toby is crazy.
Wow.
You've just been
What are the odds?
knighted.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that, guys.
Oh.
It's my time here. I'll see you all on a Monday, I guess.
follow us next week. We'll be enjoying some turtle soup. I'm just kidding. We're
For
blue.
once, I'm being the good one.
Whoa, that escalated.
So anyway, packages, deliveries, gifts, wrappings.
Well, the room you've walked into is just sort of, in a sense, like a delivery bay. It's a very large open room with different boxes, different crates, a few bags and satchels. You don't find anything amongst those, but you notice in the other doorway, which is previously a little bit smaller, you do find another little piece of that like brown wrapping paper.
Can we... You said it's by another door, a smaller door?
Yeah, it's another door that leads further into the castle.
I mean, we're gonna follow the paper. Is that door locked?
No, it is not.
Go through. I'm gonna channel Toby and just open it.
Sorry, the cat was scratching at the wall.
The guard is throwing stuff at cats now.
Yeah, you just notice another cat napping on top of one of the crates. You walk in and it leads into this very long, kind of wide hallway that just seems to go head towards more of the center of the castle, and sort of leads into like the main like foyer. So you bring.
Guess I'm gonna look for more wrapping paper again. I'm just gonna keep following the trail of wrapping paper. That's an 8.
Unfortunately, the trail runs cold.
Would we have an idea of where the ballroom might be as we're walking down this hallway? Because the gardener said ballroom in her bedroom.
Yes. So the ballroom itself is just behind the foyer with your foyer.
Mm-hmm.
In this back behind this like giant archway with again 2 large wooden doors standing at about 15 feet high. And
Are we in the Beauty and the Beast castle?
you are now.
I love that castle. Oh my god.
But the ballroom is also sort of doubles as like a throne room as well. But at this moment in time, you do not know where the prince is.
Can we go check out the ballroom since we would know where that is?
Yeah, go.
What kind of balls do you think they have in there? Soccer balls, basketball, tennis balls,
They must be pretty
dodge
fancy.
balls, snowballs.
They're the type of balls that you dance at.
Celebrations, parties, galas.
I like dancing. I just didn't think you'd do it on a ball. How do you keep your balance? Is that why everybody who's rich always has such good posture? Because you gotta balance on the ball.
No, that's because they beat it into you. The parties are called balls. It's a different type of definition of the word.
You're just being stared down by Ashira right now. She's like making a mental note. We're gonna come back to that.
Yeah, just the whole party just like
Tried really hard to gloss over that, but we all caught it.
We're looking for something, right?
Yeah, we're looking for presents.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna pat Talia's shoulder. Just... You have very good posture, Talia, but I don't think they had to go that far.
What was the wrapping paper look like on the presents we were looking for?
Just pull some
They
out.
should be around here somewhere.
The gift wrap that you do have seems to be a very simple, like a thicker, sort of like a craft paper, with just a little bit of like gold embellishments on it.
We look
From
for
the
either a matching paper on any of the gifts or any gifts that are sitting like unwrapped.
So as you walk into the ballroom, you can see that it is still decorated for this giant like reception afterwards. There are still like streamers and banners and flowers just covering this place, giving it almost an illusion of like somewhat of like an enchanted forest. It is dimly lit in this room, as it is only being lit by a few select lanterns. And you can see two large thrones at the far side of the room with a third sort of smaller chair off to right of the other two. But also as you walk in, you can see a few chairs scattered about. You do see a table with a bunch of gifts on it, a few in just like bags or satchels, and then a couple that are wrapped. And as you begin to walk over, you notice at this moment in time there are no presents that have that similar wrapping paper.
Are any of the bags open?
Yeah, the bags aren't sealed off except for like little like satchels.
I'm digging through
them.
Just
Toby,
start like pulling out the
gosh.
tissue paper and just pulling out the gifts and
Toby.
looking at them.
Toby,
go ahead and roll me a d10.
The adults are immediately like, no.
8.
Inside of this bag, you find a blessed bedding set. And there is a little tag on it that notes that this is a set of luxurious, magically enhanced bedding that promotes restful sleep and sweet dreams. Sleeping in these sheets allows the couple to share dreamscapes when they sleep side by side.
What if you have a nightmare?
Toby, the real question is how many bags do you...
How many can I open before the shear stops me?
The first one.
I'm just gonna say, Ashira attempt to make a grapple check on Toby,
Attack rolls.
and Toby, you roll to avoid it.
What do we add?
Fair, Toby got to open one. Can't I open one too?
Okay. 19.
What are we adding?
Either athletics or acrobatics.
12.
I just like grab the sides of the shelf.
You just
like, Toby.
pick him up. You put down his arms to his sides, pick him up, turn away, and just like set him back down.
How much do we think the second satchel weighs? No reason.
Bloom is your problem child, Talia.
Oh shit.
Leah's just like, I came with Irawu, I was gonna be with Irawu, and now I have a child to look after? I am not ready for this.
I'm gonna mage hand the satchel and just tilt it upside down so that whatever was in it dumps out.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a d10.
It's a nat one.
Well, luckily that's not a critical fail. Oh, this is funny. This is the Bonded Rings of Unity. So, a pair of matching rings that enhance the bond between the wearers. When worn, the ring allows the couple to telepathically communicate over short distances, reinforcing their connection.
Oh, matching rings!
I want a set of those.
You want a set? I'll give you
That's
the
the
other one.
communication rings.
No.
Wait, we found the communication rings. That's right. Toby, we found them. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Maybe... I'm gonna pick them up.
Bloom.
Yeah?
What are you doing?
Are my arms still pinned to my sides?
We found the
I'm just
communication
holding you.
rings. Do I have to put it back? They're not getting married anymore. They don't need these.
But those were gifts meant for them, and the people who sent them will probably get them back.
I was just looking. I wasn't gonna take it.
But
You're
it's also
right.
someone else's gifts that maybe we don't tear everything out of the bag.
They would be so useful, though. Okay, fine. Just put them back.
We're gonna get
Leah,
kicked out of this
you-
castle.
Talia, can
I'm
you roll me a,
investigating.
perception check, please?
Just replaces the rings with 2 buttons in the bag.
Sorry, what did you say?
12.
Yes, I
12.
am.
The enough to notice a familiar wrapping paper that you have seen previously.
Hey. That looks familiar. Look at that.
If you want to use history.
Don't know much about history.
Dirty 20.
You recognize this as a very unique wrapping paper made in your town with a little card hanging out in which you can see the crest.
I'm just going to really quick reach in and snatch the card.
Okay. Are you trying to be stealthy about it?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me either stealth or sleight of hand.
In the mean... Oh,
Sleight of hand.
11.
You feel like nobody saw you.
I am actually gonna swap those rings with buttons. In the meantime.
Go ahead and roll sleight of hand.
They won't know.
Wow, buttons. What a great wedding gift to give to
That's
the prince and princess.
a 10.
Ashira, you can make a perception check. However, if you are still holding Toby in place, it might be at disadvantage.
Just rolled 2 nat ones.
Let's go.
I mean, that's a total of 7, but no, your 10 definitely
No, your
won the
attention
dice
is
said
focused-
no.
Your attention is focused on Toby.
Toby, I said no biting.
Well, I can't use my hands.
I'm gonna slip one of the rings on Toby's finger. Like, and I'm just gonna in his mind I'm just gonna go "Mwahaha."
So while fighting you, like you're holding him, he just suddenly freezes and just.
No, Toby, just act natural. You gotta look natural, you gotta look normal. Toby, keep moving, just keep moving around. Toby, you're not supposed to be able to. Here, stop looking at me, Toby. Stop looking at me. Just keep looking at her. Okay. Toby, just look normal. Just look normal, Toby. Toby, you're gonna get us both caught, Toby. Think of how cool it'll be if we could talk to each other in our minds. No, it's up, Toby.
Toby, what are you?
Toby!
Why are you being? Okay, you're weird. I'm just gonna set Toby down. And be like, I see nothing. I don't see you walk up with the ring on. Nothing.
2 nat ones. I feel like I can have that.
Yeah, you don't notice.
100%. I don't see anything.
No, you're just confused as to what Toby is staring at as he seems to appear to go into like a fucking trance.
Great. Perfect. 10 out of 10.
I love that my face was able to do all the work for me in that particular moment because I couldn't think of anything to say and it worked. So what was the history check for Talia?
Just seeing where she recognized it from.
And how did that go?
Well,
From home.
from home.
Your home?
But
I don't know if she told
I
you
didn't
that.
divulge that.
Oh, you didn't? Okay. Never mind.
What
So-
does the card say?
The card says, congratulations. We hope that your marriage is full of love, luck, and prosperity.
Love.
Love.
It's like love, only fluffier.
Twill love.
Marriage is what brings us together
Together.
today.
Literally, we're in a reception hall.
We do not see any of the brown paper with gold trimmings on it.
No.
Well, if we're not allowed to open the other presents to see if there's any clues here, Ashira, maybe we should go see if there's anywhere else where there are presents that may have the paper that we're looking for, because that might be a thing.
How big is the box that I saw? Or the gift that I saw?
It is like it's probably about the size of a shoebox.
I'm just gonna kind of like nudge it towards Toby and see if he'll take the bait.
Gonna look from the box to Ashira.
I'm distracted. I'm putting the thing that Toby took out of the first bag, and I'm like repacking the present. Definitely not looking.
Getting that.
The 2 nat ones are holding strong.
Yeah.
So, turtle descriptions include the fact that we have natural claws. So our unarmed strikes do a little more damage instead of the typical just flat what your strength is. It's a d6 plus your strength. May I flavor that to say I retract my claws and swipe open the box?
Sure.
So while her back is turned, just sure.
Okay. Inside you see a very fancy set of like almost like ballet slippers, like not legit, like just like very simple like slip-on shoes with little bows at the front, being red and gold in color. And then there's a little note card in there describing what.
I'm just gonna kick it back to Leah.
Do I recognize them?
Yeah, you do.
I am innocent.
And where do I recognize them from? What's the...
You have seen your mother wear these. Not often, but anytime there was a dance or celebration.
I just reach into the box and I grab them and I'm just kind of like playing with them.
Do you look at the note card as to what they are?
Yes.
These are called the Dancing Shoes of Elegance. Enchanted footwear that grants advantage on dexterity-based checks related to dancing. If the couple dances together, their movements become a graceful spectacle.
You should be dancing, yeah.
Yeah.
You should be dancing, yeah.
I was supposed to get a set of these for my next birthday.
Happy birthday!
You can get them now. I'm gonna just slip a little handful of buttons to her.
We should go.
We are the most criminal good guys.
And I'm just going to walk away with them still like death gripped in my hand.
Yeah, maybe we should find where the princess sleeps. Because didn't they say the bedroom? Some of the gifts were brought there? Maybe that's where the opened ones are.
Does she have a nest in there?
Maybe. We could find out.
A nest?
Name is Anessa. Maybe there is a nest.
I don't think there's going to be a nest.
Oh. Well, where do you keep all your stuff?
I don't have a lot of things. My set of drawers,
I guess, but
a
like,
wardrobe.
what about stuff like stuff and things and things and stuff? You stick them in the nest because that's if you're not making eggs and like they're not hatching, it's a pretty empty spot where you just build stuff up, and then the holes that the people come out of when they hatch, you take the eggs out of there and you can put stuff in there. And it's just little nooks in the nest.
Well, we don't hatch. So there's
Yeah.
really no hatching holes or nests.
No eggs. Unless we're eating them.
So where are we going to search?
Her
Where do you
bedroom.
keep your stuff? Yeah.
Like at the inn. We have rooms at the inn.
Okay, let's just go to the bedroom and we'll see where she keeps her stuff because maybe she's put it in a thing for things.
A chest.
As I wander, do I hear any other people in the castle? Can I make a check to see if there's
Yeah, you can
anybody else?
roll a perception check.
What do you hear with your elven ears, Legolas?
21.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
Hot.
You can just hear sort of rhythmic marching of the guards. It's relatively quiet at this moment in time. You can hear a few pots and pans moving around as people start to prepare for lunch, but nothing out of the ordinary.
As I'm walking, I'm going to try and walk towards some of the noise. I want to try and find Felicity.
Okay.
And see if we can find someone who might know where she is.
If you would like to, just give me a straight d20, just a luck.
It's a 12.
Okay. So as you're sort of looking around, you see a mix of guards walking about. A few from Holden and then a few from Aramore. None of them none of them look like Felicity. But if you wanted to talk to one of them, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, I will walk up to whoever's closest. Excuse me?
Yes, can I help you?
I'm looking for a young messenger named Felicity.
Oh, yeah. I believe Felicity is still looking for Tori, but I'm sure she'll be back for lunch soon.
Okay. Could you let her know that some friends are here looking for her?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is there anything else I can help you with, ma'am?
Ask where the princess's bedroom is.
We are attempting to gain information on Rory and the princess's disappearance as per the prince and his parents.
Of course. Yeah. I'll lead you right this way. And he sort of begins to lead you guys up this very grand set of stairs as you walk back and into a hallway with a series of doors along it. And he takes you to one of the rooms a little further down on the right side of the hallway. A very simplistic door. and it seems like as if almost out of habit, the guard knocks on the door and sort of shakes his hands like, right, you're trying to find the the princess. And he goes ahead and opens the door for you.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Of course, I'm happy to help.
Can you send Felicity up this way when she gets back?
Yes, yes. If I see her, I will.
Thank you. And I will walk in the room.
Okay. You walk into the room and you see this very grand, large bedroom. With a very large bed with a little bit of a canopy surrounding it, very dainty, sort of like almost floral sheets on the bed. You can see an entrance to a closet / fitting area, and then you can sort of see a very ornate white desk with extravagant carvings all up and down the legs and on the drawers that lead into some shelving behind it. Further off to the left, you see sort of like a balcony with these like French doors that open inwards that are shut at the moment. And then just like an entrance to like a bathroom, and it's very simplistic yet elegant with those hints of gold and the sage green and little bits of pink here and there. And this giant chandelier in the center of the room.
Investigation?
Yeah. Go
For
ahead.
wrapping paper, for gifts that are open.
Yeah, anyone who wants to roll investigation, go for it.
22.
I'm actually going to stay outside the room and keep my eye on the guard.
I got an
The
8.
one who knocked on the door of an empty room.
Okay.
Just going to kind of stare at him.
17.
Right. And Talia got
An 8.
Talia, your head being a little overwhelmed and a little foggy at the moment, seemed to struggle to focus on the task at hand. But Bloom, you would be the first to notice with the closet doors slightly ajar, you can see some of that wrapping paper sticking out of the closet, and as you sort of peek in, you can see a few more gifts laid out.
Oh,
But
I'm
with the
thaumaturgy. The closet doors.
This is the largest closet you have ever seen. With gowns and shoes and very soft silk pajamas. As you sort of gaze around, you see this mound of presents with a very large one that seems to have little scraps of that same wrapping around it. And
Can I do another investigation check to see if there's anything inside the box that's unusual, or if it looks like there may have been like people in the box, like doppelganger people?
So, looking at it right away, it is not a very thick box. It is only about probably like 7 or 8 inches in depth.
Okay. I'm still gonna look in the box for sure.
Yeah. You open the box, and what you see is a very large mirror with ornate carvings and gemstones at the top.
Do I look normal in the mirror if I look in the mirror?
Make a perception check.
18?
What?
18?
This reflection looks a little off.
No, not again.
And this is where we are going to end tonight's episode of Queer and Present Danger. We really appreciate everybody joining us tonight. We will be back next week with Forging Fates on Monday, and spell shots.
No, actually, the schedule was off. There's no spell shots on the 5th, as 2 of the cast members are away that day, but it will return 2 weeks after that on the 19th, I believe.
But we have
but-
Forging Fates next week.
Yes,
So
Forging
make sure
Fates
to
is
join
on
us for
Monday.
that. We will be back with Queer and Present Danger 2 weeks from today. Same time, same starting time at 8 p.m. Central Standard, and we really hope you'll have good night. What?
And
Oh yeah, and we have a few people going to PAX U, so if you see them there, make sure to.
if you see Joe, harass him. Tell him I say hi.
Anyway, good night, guys.
Bye!